Today, we're delving into the dark world of narcissistic manipulation, closely examining 10 ways that individuals with narcissistic personality disorder try to control and influence others. Recognizing these techniques is crucial for protecting your mental health. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell. Give this video a thumbs up and share it with those who might need it. All of our videos are intended for informational and entertainment purposes only, and are not meant to replace professional advice from a qualified expert. Here's a list of the primary techniques used by individuals with narcissistic personality disorder. 1. Gaslighting. This first modus operandi of narcissistic manipulation is one of the most insidious. Gaslighting is like a dark mental game where the manipulator distorts reality, causing the victim to doubt their perception and feel confused and insecure. Imagine being convinced that something happened, only to be constantly contradicted and made to feel like you're going crazy. Gaslighting is a form of psychological control that undermines your confidence. 2. Projection. In this second modus operandi, the narcissist, unable to confront their own flaws or undesirable behaviors, projects them onto the victim. Imagine being accused of something you didn't do, but which the manipulator has done or is thinking of doing. Projection is a shortcut for the narcissist. Rather than facing reality, they prefer to attribute problems to others. 3. Silent treatment. In this tactic, the narcissist completely ignores the victim, refusing to speak or communicate. This behavior is often used as a form of punishment or control over the victim. The lack of communication can make the victim feel isolated, anxious, and vulnerable. 4. Triangulation. The fourth modus operandi of narcissistic manipulation is triangulation. In this tactic, the manipulator involves a third person to create rivalry or jealousy within relationships. This is intentionally done to exploit the dynamics of relationships and gain more control over the victim. The victim might feel threatened, insecure, or in competition with the third person involved, allowing the manipulator to manipulate their emotions and perception. 5. Love bombing. The fifth modus operandi of narcissistic manipulation is love bombing. Here, the narcissist overwhelms the victim with excessive attention, compliments, and affection at the beginning of a relationship. The goal is to quickly gain the victim's trust and create an intense emotional attachment. However, this intense display of affection is often disproportionate and may conceal the manipulator's desire for complete control and devotion from the victim. 6. Belittling and ridiculing. The manipulator constantly tries to belittle the victim, diminishing their successes and making them feel inferior. Using sarcastic comments, mockery, or ridicule disguised as jokes, the narcissist undermines the victim's confidence and self-esteem. This form of psychological aggression is aimed at weakening the person and consolidating the manipulator's control. 7. Financial control. In this case, the narcissist seeks to exert control over the victim by manipulating financial resources. This may manifest through controlling bank accounts, limiting access to money, or creating financial dependency. The narcissist aims to create a situation where the victim is financially dependent on them, thereby increasing their influence and limiting the victim's freedom. 8. Threats of abandonment. In the eighth modus operandi of narcissistic manipulation, the narcissist uses threats of abandonment as a means to exercise control and manipulate the victim's behavior. This type of threat can create anxiety and fear in the victim, forcing them to conform to the manipulator's desires to avoid perceived abandonment. 9. Social isolation. In this manipulative tactic, the narcissist aims to separate the victim from friends and family, thereby reducing external sources of support. Social isolation makes the victim more dependent on the manipulator, creating an environment where it is easier to exert control and manipulation. 10. Emotional manipulation. The final modus operandi of narcissistic manipulation is emotional manipulation. The manipulator plays with the victim's emotions, exploiting their weaknesses or sensitive points to get what they want. By creating an unstable emotional environment, The manipulator can control the victim through manipulation of their emotional responses. Bonus: victim talk. One of the tactics of narcissistic manipulation is victim talk. In this mode, the manipulator presents themselves as a victim of circumstances, blaming others and evoking sympathy to gain support and indulgence. We've reached the end of this video. If you found it helpful, leave a like and don't forget to share your experience in the comments below. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.